Hello everyone, it's Melissa and I am here with some more photos to work on another project. My daughter just turned 12 and I wanted to document that. We didn't do a party or anything, but I made her like a little gift bouquet and we went to her favorite bakery for a cupcake. I pulled, I love all the colors in this photo. I think this one is speaking to me. I know it doesn't seem birthday-ish, but there's a lot of brown elements in the background, and I will be pulling some black in because a lot of times I feel like it's okay, so we'll see. But the back of this is pink. I have a duplicate sheet right here, and I'm going to be using white, and then I pulled this yellow piece that's like from a Michaels pack from my stash. And then I might use some of these. I have a love-hate relationship with rub-ons. So if I can get some of these used on a page, that would be great. Of course, my Karen Foster sticker, happy birthday stickers. And I just have the, cakewalk from October Afternoon, little bits, some cakewalk washi strips, some LE Studio numbers, these chic tag birthday elements, and then some crepe paper. This was from their party, one of their party packs. I have that ephemera. Just trying to make my way through it. I have a handful of birthday stamps and just some odds and ends. I really want this layout to, excuse me, I want the title, I believe, to say Hello 12. So I may, in fact, use my Mama Elephant Hello die, my script Hello die, and then a font to do 12. I haven't decided. I do have a thicker element that says hello, so we'll see. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm thinking. This down at the bottom and just a lot of layers. I haven't done a lot of layers on a layout in a little while, so that's my plan. All right, guys, stay tuned. Bye. Hello, I'm back, and I have a layout to share. So, like I explained in the first part of my video, I was doing a 12 by 12 layout of my daughter's birthday. So I'm going to go ahead and jump right in and show you an overview, kind of up close, and then we'll get started. Okay, so I started with the yellow Michaels like background paper. I cut down a white piece of 12 by 12 cardstock, and then I mist it. I always mist before I do any of my projects, so I went ahead and I misted with this Glimmer Mist, pink bubblegum, and the Heidi Swap gold. And I did that. I let it dry, and then I went through my frame little bucket here, and I pulled a frame that was pink because, like I mentioned before, the pattern paper I wanted to use, if you've been watching any of my videos, you know that I don't always use the pattern paper that inspires me. Turns out I ended up using only a small bit of it right here and here, but that's okay. So I used a frame, I cut it in half. It says sweet. I put a piece of the chipboard here and then over here on the other side. I ended up putting some foam behind my photos. I added the Karen Foster birthday wishes, and I just cut it in half to work with my project. A lot of them are, longer pieces, and I just cut it right down the middle. I used this Allie Edwards Technique Tuesday. This happens to be called Label Maker, and it's hard to tell, but I used Time Goes So Fast, and actually I white embossed it with my Ranger Ultra Fine White on vellum, and it was still really hard to read. That Goes So Fast was very small, and so I went ahead and kept it. I stapled it. This is in fact the only stamp I used, unfortunately, but that's all right. I got one used. I went ahead and stapled it with my tiny attacher, and then I used my typewriter to put hashtag time flies by with just a piece of yellow cardstock. And then let's see, As far as, you can obviously see I added sequins from my stash, but I went ahead and used, if you remember, the back of this pattern paper was like a hot pink. So I used my Pretty Pink Posh scalloped frames die right here, and I just made an element, and I did use one piece of ephemera from that Cakewalk crepe paper collection, so I was happy about that. I used a piece of brown from my stash, and I just ran it through, and you can't even tell at this moment. I mean, little bits here and there, but that's all right because I see the texture myself. So again, I used these Lawn Fawn stitched rectangles. I ended up adding texture, more texture to the background with my Kaiser Craft circle mesh die, and I actually cut that with a piece of Stampin' Up! Polka dot gold vellum. And so it is not very distinguished as far as the polka dot vellum, but you do see bits of gold in there, and that's exactly what I wanted. So I'm super pleased with it. This flare is from my stash, no clue where it's from. I ended up using a Studio Calico, one of those acetate frames, and this one happened to have a little bit of pink in the background of the frame with gold around the outside, and so that worked very well. I just used some gold thread for my stash. I ended up using the Mama Elephant Hello die. I cut it once in the pattern paper here with the pink showing on top, and then I cut it a handful of other times with white to give it some dimension. I added a piece of blue here for my stash, and actually I did end up getting one piece of washi used. I didn't end up using any of those October afternoon stickers, unfortunately, but I did get one of the pieces of washi used, and I actually think I'm going to make some birthday cards with the rest of this because it's been in my stash for a little bit, so this is on my to-do list. Very soon I'm going to make some cards with that, and just the layers of stuff. What I didn't end up using was the ephemera pack from Chic Tags or LA Studio. I did not end up using that, unfortunately. And the other thing I didn't end up using was this Amy Tangerine rub-on set. I had no idea there was a white set back here. You can't even hardly tell. But these will be along with this. You know how I am, guys. If I'm really itching to get stuff out of my stash, it goes to the to-do pile, and you'll be seeing projects with this very soon. So I'll be getting that out of my stash and put into a project. And then, so I ended up using, like I mentioned, a little piece of that washi. I did my journaling here in the same color cardstock with my typewriter, and then the 12 is from a really old, it's called Giggles. And I bought it at Ben Franklin. I have no idea when I've been to Ben Franklin, so super old. But that's that. It's in like a cocoa brown. And then the last thing I did was I used my Heidi Swap date stamp, roller date stamp, and stamped the date. And so really that's it. So I'll do another close-up so you can see just, but I really like, you know, every once in a while I want to add all these layers and just really, I mean, it just, for me, this screams a lot of movement, which, you know, birthday, festive, celebration, that's all of this is reading to me is all fun, and yeah, she's just beautiful. So thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, I would love a thumbs up, and you can see a close-up shot of this on my Facebook page at Cut It Up Creations. I'd love for you to for me to add you to my likes page. That would be lovely. So yeah, thanks for watching. All right, bye.